All right, so I have custom emote slots available, and I also have sub badges that don't fit the uniform of the King Jae brand. So I need to figure out where can I go to get some extra sub badges and animated emotes. So I decided to go to Fiverr.com. You know, we've worked with them before and they always deliver with premium quality. So I said, let me go there again and see what type of stuff I can get going on so that we can get our Twitch looking good again. So other than that, let's go over to Fiverr and let me show you the experience. It's the King Jae, back with another video. Listen, today it's 32 degrees in London. It's so hot, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's not as hot as these emotes that I got from Fiverr, which I want to talk to you about because, yeah, I had an amazing experience. This is so sick. Like, so basically what happened was I done a collaboration with Fiverr and they were saying, yeah, like, what do you want to do with Fiverr? Like, what type of stuff are you trying to look for to kind of increase your production value? And I was like, all right, well, I need some new emotes, some animated emotes. I had 16 slots free that I haven't used. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me go look around and see who I can get like emotes from. So I'm going to show you what type of stuff I was looking for. So first things first, I came across Christina and she said, I will draw and animate awesome Twitch emotes for you. So as you can see, you get to see like what emotes they have. Like you get the previews on their page. So like I was looking at these ones, these are pretty sick. And I was like, oh man, like, you know, or maybe not that, but yeah, there's like a lot of emotes. And I was just like, oh, let me have a look and see what ones I could do that would be good for me. Right, so I saw her page, you know, and obviously it says about her gig. So it says, hello, please contact me first before you put in your order to make sure that the animation is doable and some of the animation may require extra cost. Twitch emote is 1.5 seconds long. So yeah, like all of this stuff, it was all done. Me requesting 16 emotes was a lot. And it's not even, it doesn't even come under basic or standard or premium. Basic is 1 animated emote, standard is 3 animated emotes, and premium is 7 animated emotes, right? So this is 7 that was here, right? So anyways, now you get transparent background, 2-second running time. And yeah, like Christina goes from Indonesia, average response time 1 hour, languages spoken is English, Indonesian, German, and Spanish. Member since December 2015. And usually when you see like they've been around for a very long time on the platform, you can trust them. So yeah, last delivery about 1 hour. To be fair, on the platform, I have never had no issues anyway. So I just feel like when you've seen someone been there a long time, you know that it's just with any job or any place, it's like, right, you know, they're an OG, so they're about their business. So yeah, they do have other stuff that they can do as well, but this is what I requested. And then we spoke in the inbox and I was like, hey, Christina, can you help me with some emotes? I'm a fighting game streamer and need some emotes. I got 16 animated slots on Twitch and wanted to get some stuff done. So then I said, I want 10 emotes, Akuma doing the Raging Demon, Bison stroking his chin from Street Fighter, Fakram doing the emote, so you know, the hurrah. So that one, and then Raven going shh, and disappearing. Then we got Lost with just electricity because of season 2 and he does the electric stuff. Then we got Jack just like going red eyes because of, you know, the new install that he has in season 2 of Tekken 8. Then we got Leo, Leo just winking because Leo is such a cheap character. Then we got Rock Howard doing the Raging Storm. That's the character that I use on Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. We also have Brian, where he goes red emote. So it's like him doing the taunt and then he goes red. And then we have King holding the wrestling belt. So just holding it up like this. So that's the other one. And then I said I wanted 6 emotes of myself. So me looking in an animated version of myself, doing, you know, the Super Saiyan power up. So, you know, if I get a rank up in Tekken or whatever fighting game, you know, people would probably just use that one. And then if it's, there's King Jae eating popcorn, King Jae's eyes go big. Like if I see something and it's amazing, then there's King Jae Salt Bay cooking emote. I do want to get into doing cooking streams. So I was like, hey, maybe it would be good to do the Salt Bay one. Then I said 2 custom ones. I couldn't think of 2 more at the time, but you know, Christina was like, hey Justin, thank you so much for the brief. From Fakram to Rock Howard, may I know what their animations are and what are the last 2 custom emotes for body anatomy and anatomy? Which style do you want? And then she showed me this. So these are like, you know, what type of style that we can do. And I went for the cartoon one. I'm not really a chibi fan. Cute style, not really my thing. So yeah. So then, you know, I then was like, yeah, for the 2 custom ones, I said one, me lurking out of a bush, because I feel like on my stream a lot of people lurk and they don't say anything. So I was like, oh yeah, doing one where it's lurking. It's like, all right, cool, I might do that one. That's quite sick. And then the second one is pressing buttons, because everyone presses buttons on Tekken and Mash. So yeah, like fast forwarding onto the stuff, I gave some pictures of just how I look so that she can do the animated version of myself. And then I gave some stuff for the Raven. So like this is the Raven one, what I wanted. As you can see, pretty sick. There was just even more references that I was given. So not that one. The stroking chin one is just like this for Bison. I gave some other stuff as well, just to kind of help her out in terms of like what stuff is there. And then she showed me the designs, and the designs were sick. Like I'm looking at these designs, I'm like, yo, these designs for the emotes are sick. So, you know, I definitely have to I have to download this because, boy. And then there was other ones as well. So this is one, Fakaram, Raven, Bison, me pressing the button, the Wink. Like, yeah, like there was a load of them, man. So I like this one. And then there was even more, because we had the Jack, so the Wink Jack, and then Brian Fury, what's their pose expression. So I wanted to do taunt for Brian Fury. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, we're just going back and forth. I showed what the taunt would look like, and then she was showing me what the animation was gonna like. So like stroking the hand, the beard, you know, last like closing his eyes, opening his eyes, like just normal blinking eyes, and then Fakram going, rah. I thought Fakram was a great choice because Fakram is coming out very soon. So I thought it was good. And then I got the colors of them. So I thought this was pretty sick as well, just to see like what the new emotes are looking like. And then obviously the Brian one as well. So this is the design of, you know, when Brian does that and he does the taunt and he does that. Yeah. So this is sick. Like I said, like the actual process of seeing this, like how the bush comes to A and B. So this was like skin tone and how the skin tone should be. And then I'm just looking at, again, other stuff, how it works. It's such great work. Like the way how it's just all been put together is so sick. And then obviously they done another skin tone shade, cool. And then we done the Brian one, so like showing how Brian would do the taunt. And then these are all the parts for their, like, you know, the animation and stuff. Like it's again, it's mind blowing. And I just wanted you lot to see the process of what goes into this and why it's like so sick to get this done on like something like Fiverr, because look, then they're getting the previews of them. At this point, I felt like Bison's fingers and thumb portion wasn't great, so that got sorted out. And then again, here's more. So yeah, it's a whole conversation thread of just like, like what we would need and stuff like that. The popcorn one I asked to be sped up because I felt like it was slow. But yeah, like all in all, yeah, we're speaking about that. And then we eventually got around to it. I then recorded showing her like what the taunt looks like. And then we was kind of like discussing how it would be. Like we had issues at the start. But yeah, we eventually got there in the end. And then yeah, that is how the emotes look. But for me personally, as a Twitch streamer, I was just like, yo, all these emotes came out fire. It did take a while though. I'm not gonna lie, it did take a while. Because if we look at like, you know, the delivery time and when it came, it actually took a whole month to do all of these. But it makes sense, right? It actually makes sense. So the details. So it was $480. You know, it's $480. It took 30 days. There was 20 revisions because there was a lot of stuff that was kind of like just needed fixing and stuff. And I don't know if she was familiar with like the designs and stuff, but again, they all came out amazing. Shout out to Christina. I would definitely use her again for more emotes. I will, if you lot want to know the link, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll send a link to you of how to get to her stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like the emotes were fire. So you lot could use the emotes. We currently have 26 animated emotes that you can use. Go crazy with it, go ham when I'm streaming. Make sure you lot subscribe as well so you lot can have access to these emotes. You know, we have put a lot of time into, you know, funding these emotes and getting them done and sorted. So yeah, I would love for you lot to use them and just enjoy. But all in all, let me show you how all of those emotes looked. Remember to subscribe and yeah, enjoy videos like this. And shout out to Fiverr as well. If you lot need any help or support, make sure, even like with your streaming, any of that stuff, graphics, go on fiverr.com. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.